Why is sleep so important? Okay, no matter who you are, we require sleep. Now, just like we require food, just like we require water, just like we all live in a body. So it's very, very important to have simple health habits that are going to help us to be more effective, productive, and fulfilled within our lives. We are anchored down in our physical body where we require food, sleep, and water, and you can argue that we require connection. So I'm going to do a series of videos talking about the importance of having these simple health habits for different areas, and also giving you some strategies, some simple and effective habits that you can implement into your life. So the very first and most important aspect of your health and having more energy, having less pain in your body is your sleep. Sleep is your superpower. It's beyond fucking comprehension how powerful sleep is. Now, why is sleep powerful, and what does sleep actually do? So science and studies have shown so far that sleep does three main things. Number one, when you sleep, you organize information. So if you have been working, you have a relationship, you're worried about money, you got a house, you've got a dog, you've got kids, you've got friends, you've got all my fucking shit. I've got so many different things and aspects going on. And within the family, within work, within your finances, within your friends, there's all these little subcategories of random shit that's going on all day. Like, think of from the morning, from as soon as you wake up in the morning, all of the thought, we have about 100,000, 60 to 100,000 thoughts every day. And out of those thoughts, 60 to 80% of the thoughts you have today are the same as what you had yesterday. That's by Joe Dispenza in his book. He talks about that. So we're constantly having all of these thoughts, making all of these decisions throughout our day, and we're receiving all of this information. Now, what happens in your computer if every single bit of information, if you went on the internet and you downloaded every single page and it's stored on your computer's going to get clogged up, it's going to get slow, it's going to get slow, and it's going to crash. Eventually, your computer is going to crash. If you're not sleeping, you get burnt out and you crash because there's so much information going on, and you can't focus and you can't concentrate because your head is full of shit. So sleep organizes and categorizes all of the information that you've been through throughout the day. The day tests you and the night is going to rest you. You get all of the information from the day, and maybe you're learning something for mentally, you've discovered and felt something spiritually, you're gaining wealth financially, and it's just going to organize all of the different areas of your life, all of your thoughts, all of your actions, and it's going to put them into nice, neat little folders. Like when you move house, if you just grab everything and just fucking shove it in the new house, it's all chaotic and messy. It would actually be like not as fulfilling and fun for you to move into a brand new house. It takes a while to organize everything. So when you're sleeping, you're organizing everything. That's why it's so important to have goals, because it's giving your body and your brain a purpose to store that information, and it's giving them, prioritization of where exactly am I going to store that information? Why is it important? And what information am I going to use tomorrow? And where I need, because if I'm working and I'm learning, I want to make sure I have my journals and my books right next to me. If I'm improving my health, I want to make sure I'm organized and I have my water next to me. If you're not organized in your mind, you're going to be chaotic and scattered, and you're not going to be clear on what you're doing. And the less clear you are on what you're doing, the less clear you're going to become, right? So it's these positive feedback loops. The more organized you are, the more organized you'll keep getting and becoming. The less organized, the more chaotic you are, the more the shit is going to keep piling up that washing drawer, that fucking kitchen sink is going to keep filling up with bullshit. Bullshit. So when you sleep, you are basically washing your clothes, organizing them, folding them, and putting them away nicely. So if you don't sleep, it's basically like not doing the washing, not doing the dishes, not cleaning your house. So that's number one, it's organizing. Number two, a part of that, so a category of organization is it's going to delete. It's going to be like, okay, what's important? What's fucking real? What's good? What's important? What's bad? Which is important that I need to remember because that's stressful because I want to get away from that, stop that. And what's irrelevant? Anything that is irrelevant is going to be completely deleted. So when you sleep, you wake up refreshed because you feel light because you've just deleted all of this bullshit data that you don't need in your head. Number three, you're going to balance out your emotions. This is the leading theory of why we have dreams. When we have dreams, we're like, it's like a nightmare or a fantasy, or it's like this weird dream. It's like this, what's going on? It's not in reality. And our dreams are trying to teach us something. Our dreams, we might fight a dragon, or we might be sailing down a river, or we might be sailing and a ship falls under the ocean. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like our dreams are kind of saying something to us. And if our dreams were not important, they would have gone extinct. So our dreams serve a very real and strong, powerful purpose to our evolution. Otherwise, they would have gone away, right? If they weren't serving a very strong purpose. So bit spiritual, philosophical there with that third piece. But yes, that's why you're balancing out emotions and any traumas or fears or worries or stresses that you've had in the past. When you sleep, your brain is balancing them. It's part of REM sleep. That's why we have like a rapid eye movement, an eye therapy that you can do where you move your eyes and it's accessing memories in your brain, traumas, and it's balancing them out, and it's helping you to see the blessing of the stressing of that trauma. So that's what sleep does. That's why it's important. It's going to organize us. It's going to delete the bullshit, and it's going to balance our emotions. When we have all of those, we have more energy, we have more focus, we have more strength and vitality, which is why sleep is number one. Obviously, you need to drink, you need to have water, you need to drink water, and you need to have food. As long as you're doing those at like a fucking half decent level, sleep is going to be really amazing for you. And they're doing the fucking like landscaping or some shit next door. So the first point I'm going to say about why sleep is important and the habit that we can help you to create around your sleep that will be the most bang for your buck, the most beneficial, is having consistent sleep. Having consistent sleep time and wake time is going to make sure that it's setting your body onto the same clock as the clock that we all run on. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. If you can set your body to the sun is what gives us the most amount of energy. The earth is what we are physically connected. I know it sounds a bit spiritual. During the day, it gets hot. At night, it gets cold. Our bodies have been evolutionarily designed for hundreds of millions of years to be on this clock of when it's during the day, I'm alert and I'm hot. Your body temperature is actually reaching its highest during the middle of the day. At night, where our body starts to cool down and it's activating the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. It's calming your nervous system. It's switching your brain off. If you're always on and wired, you're going to eventually burn out. So by going to bed at night when the sun goes down, we're dropping our body temperature to low, and then getting up with the sun during the day, we're getting our body temperature to high, and it's high energy, low energy. High energy, low. It's like the waves on the beach. So having a consistent sleep and wake times is going to be absolutely essential for you to have your flame, flow, and vitality and energy. Things you can do for that is have an alarm to go to bed. Don't have an alarm necessarily to wake up. have an alarm to go to bed at the same time every night, and try and not like set your alarm to wake up in the morning at the latest possible time. So if you know it takes 30 minutes to get ready for work, set your alarm for 30 minutes before you have to go to work. And if you get up before then and you have time to chill out and have a coffee and do whatever you want, then that's fine too. And then just get used to that. So other things you can do is you can get a light up alarm clock. So these are amazing. You can, instead of an alarm beeping and buzzing and stressing you, and you were like, oh, and you slam your snooze button, you can get an alarm clock in the morning that instead of the timer going off, the alarm going off, the light just gradually gets brighter and brighter, and the brightness of the light is going to wake you up. Number 2, you're going to have quality sleep. So first thing, have consistent sleeps, as many days as you can, going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. That is consistency. Number 2 is the quality is, do you go to bed feeling tired, and can you fall asleep relatively easy? And do you sleep during the night without waking up? And then number 3, do you wake up with energy? So there are some little check marks for you for, are you getting quality sleep? Things to improve the quality of your sleep: wind down about an hour. Make sure you eat about 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. Chill out and sort of shut off lights and everything about an hour before bed, and do something to calm you down: meditation, breathing, journaling, stretching, talking with your loved ones, reading your kids a story, something like that, just to really calm you down and chill you out. Because at night we really want to start winding down. I don't think sleep doesn't really start when you lay in bed. Sleep starts as soon as you've finished dinner. That's a nice little quote I've just come up with. Something else you can do to improve the quality of your sleep is get blackout blinds. So think of the day, it's really light. At night, we want it as dark as possible. We want it dark. We want it cold. We want it around 17 to 19 degrees Celsius, I'm pretty sure. It's like a cold, dark cave, and we want minimal noise. So if noise is waking you up during the night, we don't want that. Anything that's waking you in the night, we want to try and stop it. If you have a dog jumping on you, put the dog in the crate, train the dog. I have that sleeping at my girlfriend's place. Sometimes the dog will jump up and sleep on my head. When I first started sleeping there, I was like, oh yeah, I get to sleep at my girlfriend's house. This is so fun. And in the middle of the night, that fantasy was broken because he kept jumping on my head, and I was too scared. I'm like, oh, I can't be mean to her dog. She won't let me sleep over again. So I just let the dog sleep on my head. And I'm like, fuck, why do I feel so shit, like that, tired and low energy? And now I'm like, hey, to my girlfriend, is it all right if I just keep him off the bed? Because it really disrupts my sleep. And she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. So yeah, don't have dogs jumping on your head at night. And anything that's waking you up, try and prevent. Kids especially, lock the kids in the laundry with food and water. That's a joke. I usually, they're fine just with water and they can fast. That's also a joke. They don't need food. Anyway. Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of things that you can't prevent. So like kids coming in, but just think about that and think, okay, well, my kid is waking me up during the middle of the night. It makes me really shitty. So why is that happening? And we can go down deeper on that rabbit hole of why you're letting the kid come in and sleep with you. And yeah, we might touch on that on another video. But yeah, just think, how can I improve that? Can I read my kid a better story at night? Can I get them a light in their room? Just think of different possible solutions and think, okay, I'm just going to focus on getting quality sleep, right? So recap: consistency, going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day. Quality, making sure that you're sleeping in a cold, dark cave. You go to bed tired, you stay asleep during the night, and you wake up with energy. Number 3, and the last thing before we wrap up the video, the podcast, is going to be quantity. So we've all heard 7 to 9 hours sleep. It's been drilled into us. I think quantity is probably the least important. If you're a shift worker and you can't get consistency, if you have kids or you have bad sleep and you have poor quality, we want to go for at least 2 out of 3. So the quantity, you just want to make sure you're getting more sleep cycles in. So maybe if you can't get enough quantity, have a nap during the day. Our sleep cycles are generally 90 minutes. We go through, I think, light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, or something. There's about 3 different levels of sleep. And if you're waking up every like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're not actually going to fall into the deep sleep and the REM sleep. You actually want an even balance of all 3. So if you're just lightly sleeping throughout the night and you're waking up constantly, you might have sleep apnea. You might have a light coming in or noise coming in, or you might not be cooling down before bed. There's all these million different variables that might be going on. That's why we're going to narrow it down to consistency, quality, and quantity. So, yeah, I mean, quantity, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Everyone's going to be different. I really aim to go to bed every night at 10 a.m. I usually wake up about 3, 4, or 5 a.m. depending on how inspired I am or what I've got on for the day, or how stressed I am rather. But that seems to work for me. If I wake up early, like if I wake up as soon as I'm up, then I'll go throughout the day. I'm really tired, and then I can go to bed at 10 p.m. and I keep that routine. Quality for me has never really been an issue. Maybe when I had a puppy, when Prince was a puppy, I would wake up during the night. If I sleep with my girlfriends, the quality is not as good because I'm not in my routine. But I've just moved my bed into my brother's moved out, and I've moved my bed in there, and that's really helping with the quality. I don't even take my phone into the bedroom. I have a fan blowing on me. I I've got my cuddly pillow, sleeps on, Prince is on the bed with me. I'm like hugging my pillow, cuddling it. I put mouth tape on, which helps me get a deeper sleep, which is a more advanced thing you can do for sleep. If you want to get some micro pore tape your mouth shut. You can also get blue blocking orange glasses before you get into bed. There's all these little tips and tricks. So if you want to know, if you want help adjusting your sleep, message me and we'll help you out. But yeah, again, final recap, last 30 seconds of the podcast. Number 1, consistency, going to bed and waking up at the same time. Number 2, quality, going to bed feeling tired, staying asleep during the night, waking up with energy. And number 3, quantity, getting to let's say 6 to 9 hours of sleep. But below 6 hours, you want to make sure that you're getting really good quality and you're really consistent, you're really inspired. Because when you're inspired, you're never tired. But when we focus on these base level, fundamental, foundational things of sleep, food, water, connection, these are base fundamental every single human being has. We are trapped, burdened, if you want to say, blessed with a physical human body. And if we don't take care of our human body, we won't be able to take care of others. We won't be able to take care of our fucking lives, our careers, our finances, our health, our family, everything. Every single aspect is controlled by your body and your brain. So when we take care of our brain and our body, it's going to empower us and enhance us to fucking have fun and just not take shit too seriously and fucking go out and get it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.